Hey, what's up? My name's Chris Stevenson, and I just wanted to make a quick video to say hey, and thanks for stopping by my website. And, this is just an old knotty pine spare room in the back of my house. I'm not going to go rent a Ferrari and stand in front of some big house in somebody else's neighborhood to impress you, because it's ridiculous, it's deceptive, and it's bad karma. This is me, this is my house. And I just want you to get the feel for who I am and what I'm all about. And I'm not saying any of this to impress you. I'm just saying it because I want you to catch a glimpse of what's really possible. Now, when I was 19 years old, first let me say this. From the time I was just a little kid, I idolized Casey Kasem, and all I wanted was to be a disc jockey on the radio. So when I graduated from high school, I walked into a nightclub and I started spinning records and doing weddings, that kind of thing. I had worked in school as a disc jockey in a roller skating rink. But I really wanted to be on the radio. So I was hanging out with the DJs who would come to the club that I was spinning at, and I got to be friends with this one guy who worked in the middle of the night, okay, when nobody was at the radio station. So he used to let me come up there and put the records on the turntable and push the buttons on the control board, and I was just hooked. That's what I wanted to do. So one day I walked into the station and I talked to the program director and I asked him for a job, and he kind of laughed at me. He's like, do you have any education experience, anything? I'm like, no, I just really want this. So he needed somebody for like this horrible overnight weekend shift when there was nobody listening, and I did an audition. It was terrible, and I begged him for a chance to come back, and he let me come back. And then, long story short, a week later, I found myself, on the air in a big city in my hometown, and I turned that into a radio career. Now, is that because I'm so great and wonderful and special? No, it's because I had the mindset and the belief that it was possible, and I just had this bone-crushing desire that I was going to be on the radio if it was the last thing I did. And the same thing happened when I got out of the whole FM music scene, and I started doing like news and traffic reporting. I took a job doing traffic reports on like the big all news AM station, and I wore a pager. And whatever they asked me to do, my answer was always yes. Middle of the night, holidays, didn't make any difference. And then when the time came, they actually had a position open up, and I ended up with a split shift. It was the coolest job ever. I was like in the helicopter in the morning reporting for one of the local TV stations, and then in the afternoon I was downtown at this studio where they had all the monitors, right, for the freeway cameras around the whole city, and then I was doing reports like the traffic and weather every 10 minutes, that kind of thing. And that was really cool. And then I ended up wanting to make the jump into full-time television, and in the meantime, while my agent was shopping my stuff around, I answered a little tiny ad in the newspaper for a sales rep, okay, and I ended up turning that into $100,000 per year, over $100,000 as a salesperson and a sales trainer. So it's just been an incredible adventure. I went to Hawaii for like a half a month on $1,600. Just and it's all mindset, guys. That's the only reason I'm telling you this. So my life has been an adventure. I've been skydiving. I've seen whales jump out of the ocean. And what's the point? The point is this, is that at my last job when I was doing the sales and sales training, I ran into some really smart, talented people, and somebody said that they were into internet marketing, and I had no idea what that was. So, I'm an information junkie. I think we all are, right? So I just got in the search engines and I learned everything I could about internet marketing, and it was this rabbit hole that just got deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's so fascinating to me, and there's so much to learn. And that's why I'm here right now, because I just want to tell you that if you put your information, okay, in the space below and jump over to the other side of this page, there's some people that I've hooked up with, that I've associated myself with, who know a lot more about this than I do. But here's the thing, guys. It's all mindset. I keep saying that over and over and over again. So if you believe that this is possible, it is possible. Okay, these guys are making 6 figures a month. Okay, I mean, I've made 6 figures a year. That was pretty cool. These guys are making 6 figures a month, all right? And I can see how it's possible with systems, with technology, and I love this whole concept of attraction marketing, okay, where you take your own life experience, your own unique story. There's value in that. And when you provide value to other people, the question of getting people to join your primary business, MLM or direct sales or GPT, they have all kinds of different names for it, whatever it is, that's fine. Okay, but the bottom line is that you're not chasing people, you're attracting people, and I really like it. It's such a cool concept, and that's part of it. The other part of it is using the systems and the technology and the social media sites, Web 2.0, and the funded proposal, right? Making upfront cash while you're getting people into affiliate programs before you even bring up your primary business. Now, I'm just learning all this. I've never even done MLM, and I'm so glad because, when I hear about some of these old school techniques like, talking to anyone within 3 feet of you or, plastering flyers on telephone poles, I mean, that stuff, like, no thank you very much. But this is really amazing stuff. So if you want to get involved in this, I'm going full tilt. I'm never looking back, all right? I've had my last job. I'm no longer an employee. I'm into this whole entrepreneurial thing because it's creative and it's exciting, and it's challenging, and I love the technology, and the video aspect is great, okay? And there's so many different ways that you can market. So if this is ringing a bell with you, okay, if you think like I do, if you believe that life is an adventure, I went to a funeral about a month ago, and we were standing around the grave, and I was looking at that freshly dug, 6-foot grave where they're, just put the coffin in, you have the loose soil on top, and I'm just thinking to myself, what the hell am I waiting for? What are any of us waiting for? Okay, I'm not going to be on my deathbed going, gee, I wonder what would have happened if I had, stepped out in faith and tried that crazy internet marketing stuff. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm doing it. And there's a great saying that I heard, some will, some won't, so what? Okay, because if this rings true with you, if you've caught a glimpse of the bigger picture, if you get it, okay, then you'll put your information down below and jump on board. Watch the training. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can test drive this thing for cheap, like $1. So get on the inside, which is free. Okay, just fill out your name and email address below. Get inside and then take a look around, and see if this makes sense to you like it made sense to me. Because the only thing that's holding you back right now is you. Okay, you think it's a scam, it's only for the people at the top, it's a pyramid scheme. I thought all that stuff too. Okay, it's absolute garbage, all right? I'm going to the top, making 7 figures, 8 figures, and that's all there is to it. Are you with me? Cool. I want to get to know you. Put your information below, and let's go get rich together.